My name's Kenny Hull, and I'm a flint napper. It means I make flint knap knives. I've been doing it for about 27 years now. We're going to make one today, and I'm going to show you guys what that's all about. Obsidian is a naturally occurring glass. It's basically silica, comes from volcanoes. Most of it comes from the same area. It's called Burns Green.
Beautiful.
From down around Burns, Oregon. This is rainbow obsidian. Today we're going to be working with lace obsidian, which means that right there. We all have ancestors who use stone tools. All of us. At some point, you know, Northern Europe, Africa, South America, all over the world. I'm trying to bring the past and the present together. I thought that I was retiring from flint knapping, and I thought that a bunch of times, and I always go back to it. Usually I come over here and I pick out a material that I'm going to use, and today it's going to be lace obsidian, and we're just going to score it. I got this little tile cutter.
Is that obsidian hard to come by, or is it expensive to get?
It's not expensive to get. You can go dig it on your own. It's free to dig. Some people have different names for the obsidians. I was taught this is midnight lace by the locals, and so that's what I've always called it.
Cool. It's got kind of an orange color, huh?
Yep. It's got mahogany in it. It's got black in it, and it has clear in it. So if you can see
yeah,
that.
I can see right there.
Okay, so we're going to do a 3D blank. It's called flake over grind, so it's a 3D blank. Right now it's a slab blank. A lot of people out there, they knap from there. That's fine. That's personal preference. I prefer a three-dimensional blank, which means we're going to dome it. Dome this side, this side, this side, this side, and I'm going to try to smooth the scratches out of it. And that's what the grinder is for.
Switching them now, huh? Is that a finer grit or something?
So I've got a 60 grit, which is about 200 blades done on it right now. And this is a 60 grit that's probably had 1,000 blades done on it. You want to try to get it as close as you can with each wheel, because as you know, the finer the wheel, the longer it takes you to get where you want to go.
Cool. So these are your special flint knapping tools, huh?
Yes, sir.
What is that called?
It's just called a flaker.
Oh, okay.
Pressure flaker.
Do you make that, or you buy it, or where's that?
I made this. It's just 1/4 inch copper rod, and then it's beat into that point. If I filed it into that point, it'd probably last about 2 months, when I'd have to get a new one.
So you put it on an anvil with the hammer and you beat it
right there.
So what's the handle made out of? It looks like bone or rawhide or something.
It's a piece of willow, I think, maybe alder, and then I just wrapped it with leather. So that's just like putting sand on a snowy, icy road right there.
Give it some grip.
Give it some grip.
Wow.
A lot of people have a knapping pad that goes in their hand and it has a little trench under it for the flake to travel through. I do it like this, and I just create my own trench.
Oh, okay.
Another thing that happens is when I put my flaker on there, my whole arm stiffens, and I actually give it a little bit of a backward twist.
Who taught you to do this?
Well, like most of my stories, starts with a girl. I met a gal in Eastern Oregon when we was working down there, and she happened to be the sister of Emery Coons, who is a pretty well-known flint knapper. And I was so interested in it. And I've always been interested in arrowheads and primitive living and that kind of stuff. And then one day Emery said something, and it just clicked with me. Everything that he'd been teaching me for 6 months or so, it just clicked. And I got it, and I could do it after that. So the edge that I have now, this is a flaked edge, that's too thin to get enough pressure on there to cause the flake to go to the center. So if I put my flaker on there and push on it now, it's just going to break it off.
Okay.
So we want to thicken that edge enough that I can pressure flake it.
It's beautiful. Sure it is so far. It's so weird. So you're like breaking downwards from underneath. Huh?
It looks like I'm breaking downwards.
Yeah.
But from where I'm at, I'm pushing inward as much as I can with the slightest amount of downward pressure. Spacing and consistency is pretty important. I work mostly with obsidian. It's fast.
What other kinds of glass can you do this with?
Well, I got some microwave tray over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can break glass. Probably the only glass that you can't really break is like tempered glass, because it's designed to shatter. I just want to break off just the very outside of the serration.
So you got an antler.
So that'll work.
Yeah, heck yeah.
This is a naturally shed antler. See how the base is? It's not cut off. almost there.
Wow.
I'm gonna get behind you.
That is so cool. The curve on the handle. That's amazing. Wow.
That's a lot. And then we're just gonna set that down. Let it dry. What do you say, gold?
Yeah. What is that?
So it's artificial sinew. The little details that I do, that's how I ended up getting that deal to do the knives for the Riddick 3 movie. He said, your stuff isn't what I'm looking for, but he says, I think that what I see is you have the eye, and I did end up having one of my own knives go in the movie.
Riddick 3, huh?
Riddick 3, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of Minwax.
I love the contrast with the glass against the bone.
Yeah.
That is super cool. What do you got there?
That's just your basic Johnson & Johnson's baby oil.
Oil just fills it all up, huh?
Just fills it all in. And there it is.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thanks.
Well, thanks so much for showing us how to make one of these knives. And encourage everybody to subscribe to Kenny's channel here and keep watching. Thanks a lot, Kenny.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Aaron.
Super cool.